Good evening, everyone. My name is Florence Firstill, and today I'll be assisting you with analyzing a poem. So, we're starting with Richard Cory by Edwin Arlington Robinson. And it says, whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we the people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean favored and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked, but still he fluttered pulses when he said, good morning, and he glittered when he walked. And he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. In fine, we thought that he was everything to make us wish that we were in his place. So on we worked, and waited for the light, and went without the meat, and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home, and put a bullet through his head. So after reading this poem, we can see that Richard Cory was someone that everyone looked up to. He was society's standard. So it says he was a gentleman from soul to crown, clean favored and imperially slim. So this is society or the neighbors looking at Richard and seeing how he's always well dressed and he looks really fit and just up to their standards. Then it says, and he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. So, as the poem continues, we see that Richard is getting all of these praises from everyone that sees him. They see him as a wealthy man and they see him like a king, which is a compliment. So, we'll keep going. And fine, we thought that he was everything to make us wish that we were in his place. So we might want to make note of this that the people not only admired Richard, but they wanted to be like him. They wanted to have his life. They wanted to have his place in this world. And it says, so on we work and waited for the light, and went without the meat and cursed the bread. So from these lines, it seems as if everyone was trying to get to Richard's level, which is what they thought they needed to do in order to be successful in life. And it continues and says, and Richard Cory one calm summer night went home and put a bullet through his head. These lines right here. These lines are extremely important because it shows that everything is not as it seems, and that just because you see someone and they look happy, that doesn't mean that they're not going through problems at home or they're not having difficulties in their relationship with themselves. So it is important that we don't value materialistic things like clothing and money, but instead we value the person's heart. So a few notes that I have on Richard Cory is that sometimes we try to live up to an image that we are not. So in this case, Richard went downtown. He looked his best. He looked as if he was happy, but in reality, he was actually depressed and lonely at home, which is why he probably killed himself. So sometimes we try to get everyone to accept us, but we have our insecurities and we don't even accept ourselves. We can also make note that the town people are responsible for Richard's death because they didn't reach out to him. They assumed that he was happy just because he had nice things. However, happiness has nothing to do with what you have. Well, that is all I have for today. I hope this was pretty helpful. Thank you.